Shaun Shubert.
Yeah, live.
What's going on, my
Live,
man?
dude.
It's been a
What's
while.
up, Stevie?
How you doing, bro?
Living the dream, man. You know how it is.
Well, bro, we talked about a half hour before we linked up for 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and that gym was full when
Yeah.
when I gave you a call and we were linking up, and now it is empty, bro. It's a ghost town in there. But let's talk about what was going on earlier before we went live here, man.
Yeah, so we're on the new Red Seal location. We just had uh, ownership of the building switch up. So the spots that we were in kind of shuffled around, and we got a little bit of a bigger space, and we got a second room for our bags. So we have a whole bag station in a room that's adjacent to where I'm in right now, where we got the ring. Over here, there's turf, strength conditioning, all that kind of stuff going on. So the guys are in here for strength class, Muay Thai class. They were just wrapping up when we got on the phone. Muay Thai was finishing up. Some of the fighters were leaving, so that's it, man. We're live. We're kicking. We've been in this space for about a little over a month now. So we've been jamming. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been to the new space yet. Yeah, it looks like well, when I went to the last one, you were in the ceilings were huge. You were kind of in the bottom floor of it. It looks like there's a ceiling now here. So whereabouts in the building are you right now?
We moved to the second floor. The whole second floor got revamped. So there's a place for us. Like I said, you got all this that you can see behind me. That's kind of like the ring, and then there's like a walking area, but all in front of where the camera is all matted out, and then across the way over here is all turf. If you've been following stuff online, where the big mural is, the big spray paint mural, there's turf behind that. So we do all the strength conditioning stuff over here. Ring over here. Bag works in the room next to us over there. So we've been, like I said, we've been packing them in. We've been jamming. Been pretty good.
Excellent. Well, I see that wall, the black wall on your left and the back. That is the wall of fame that when I would walk into your old spot, that would be the first thing on the right as you walked in, man. I'm sure you've been adding some trophies and some pictures to that, man. There's a lot going on.
Right?
A lot going on, not only with yourself, but you're coaching some killers out there making making some fireworks, not just in New England, but New York and other areas, man. How proud are you of the gym as a whole?
Super proud. Super proud. These guys are tearing it up, and it's really exciting to see how excited that they are, right? It's my passion. That's why I started the gym. It's why I started fighting in the first place. But to have kind of like carried the torch this far, and to have lit the fire in so many other people that are coming here that are aspiring to be young fighters, or they want to make something like really big splash in their career, something big in their life. So it's really been something awesome to see that kind of being passed along for everybody. And some of these cats are really taking that not just their ability but their opportunities to run with it. And some of them are even like really dug in, that they ask for extra, they ask for more, they ask for when's the next fight, when's the next camp, hey, can I get into camp early, can I get into this, can I get into that, so it's really, really exciting for me.
Now, as far as the help that you get in that gym, do you have other coaches, other employees of yours that help out with the circuits, the kids, different aspects of the daily routine at Red Seal?
I have a couple of other trainers. Aaliyah's really big help with the kids. She does a lot of the junior trainer stuff, especially when I skate them out of town or if I'm going to corner fights. She helps tons. So she's been fighting for like the past year and a half. Flyweight stuff, been traveling out of town and picking up slack at the kids program. The kids love her. Mikey White, obviously, he's been here helping out, doing some private lessons, again, covering, picking up slack when I'm out of town, or if I'm away from this, that, the other thing. Easy to throw him into whatever class. He's super likable. People love his personality. Nico hops in there and trains a couple people, does some classes. Anthony, solid. He's been there, solid pillar since the beginning. And then I got this other cat, Bobby, that he's new to the gym. He was a teammate over at FAF and just logistics with driving. He lives in Plymouth. This gym's closer, so he kind of has been coming over here. But he helps me out in the morning time too, with strength and conditioning, running around. And so it's really nice to have a lot of people that are able to do it, but they're ambitious to do it too, right? They're super like geared up. Hey, if you ever need any help, let me know. Hey, they wanna be here. They want to be a helping hand. They want to be like a backbone, a piece of the gym. So it's really really cool, and it's a good feeling to know that I can still pursue the fighting part of my career and leave the gym in good hands, trusted, and people that are respectable, taking care of the other members that come here. The teamwork thing is huge for me.
Well, dude, as far as what I could see behind you, it seems a little more not compact, but not so wide open. It seems like the vibe in there might be a little better as far as like a little lower ceiling. There was a lot. You were in a huge spot. I mean, you had like what 30-foot ceilings in there or so, and now this just seems more like a more compact, fitting kind of gym. Like, is the vibe different?
It definitely has a different vibe to it. It definitely has an old school kind of gym vibe where, kind of going upstairs to get into like the secret space. A lot of gyms, especially in cities, are downstairs or upstairs, right? There's less of these kind of window storefront. Hey, there's a big boxing ring and a big boxing gym and a big, a lot of it's commercialized. It's a different kind of gym. But like when you go up the back stairs and when you go around the corner, it's like you got to go through this door and that door, and then like it's a little bit dark, and then you like open it up, and then boom, the lights are on, and
Yeah.
it's like what the? It's crazy,
Yeah.
So it's definitely a little bit homier. It's definitely a different vibe. It has that old school kind of gym feel, especially that like old school boxing, like you got to go up to the second floor and get into the thing. Yeah, so it's definitely got a different vibe, but I dig it. The people around here have definitely made comments about how it looks different, feels different, but they all seem to really really like it. So if they dig it, I dig it. It's cool for me. It's.
Excellent. Well, going to your gym in the past, I know you've had, you've put on small events, charity events, exhibition events and stuff. This looks like something that would be. Do you have like the room to do that if that's something you choose to put on like an event, or is it a little more compact now?
It's definitely something that you would be squeezing tight
Yeah. Okay.
tightening. If you're going to some place like Gillette's, they got 300 seats in there, and they got a room for the fighters, and they got another half of the place where they're doing, backstage work, and then they got a table all around for judges and uh, DJs and all this kind of stuff is like way
Yeah.
too big for me. So, we could definitely squeeze heads in here. There's room to work, but it's definitely a little bit more homey.
Excellent. Well, bro, let's talk about you now. We can get back to the gym. I'm sure we'll hit little points back at your kids and stuff like that. But dude, you're looking to defend a title on the 18th, a fight that was pushed back about a month. You were revved up for Donnybrook and getting back in there with the small gloves Muay Thai, bro. I know it's not the first time disappointing a fight.
Yeah, so.
I know it's not the first time, like, fight's fallen through or things have happened in the fight game for you. But, dude, man, that was a little bit of shock getting ready for that fight. And all of a sudden it's moved like pretty much last minute, man. How'd you regroup and, keep it together for this, for February?
Yeah, for sure. It happens all the time. The card is subject to change. Is what they say at the beginning of every fight. You could be walking in the door and boom, fights fall through, something happens, whatever, whatever. I've been at events where my hands are wrapped. I'm doing warm up pads in the back, and the commissioner comes over and they go, "Hey, uh, guy couldn't pass the last part of the physical, or couldn't pass the last part of the check, or something fell through, something, paperwork, whatever it was." They say, "Hey, can't do it. I have to go out there, unwrap my hands, tell all my friends and family, fans, hey guys, sorry for spending money and driving all the way out here, but it's nobody's fault. These things happen, right?" So happens all the time, you know.
Well,
As far as regrouping after the deal, you know, I definitely kind of hit a little bit of a week to decompress because you rev yourself up, right? And mentally you're revved up, but also physically you're revved up. Your gym schedule's revved up. You're looking to max out and then ride the recovery and peak ready to perform on fight day. And then you have your decompression time after the fight's over, right? So 9, 10 days out, I'm getting a phone call that's like, "Hey, this fight's getting pushed back another 5 weeks. So now I gotta like slam the brakes, hit the recovery and the decompression part early, find some kind of place where I'm like starting in the middle so that I can still have good numbers and still have good things going on for camp, but also factoring in the part where I want to recover at the end. I already had 6 or 8 weeks to do my thing, you know what I mean? And my body's kind of like grooving right now. So you got to find that pace and then hit the accelerator at the right time. So again, you can peak and then perform and decompress again.
well, my friend, we're 10 days away from this fight. I mean, I know it was a big hyped up card coming up. It still is. But, leading up to 10 days, man, what's kind of the regiment now? I mean, you've been through it already. I mean, this is basically when it got called off last time, like 10 days out. So right now,
Right.
what's the body? What's the regimen at this point, and what are you feeling 9, 10 days out from this fight that was supposed to happen 5 weeks ago?
Well, some pros and cons to obviously the postponing thing, right? If it gets pushed out 5 weeks, well, now I got 5 extra weeks to train. I got 5 extra weeks to get my weight on point. I got 5 extra weeks to recover, all that kind of stuff, right? So, as well as all the cons to it, right? Where there's a lot of this headache of decompress, start back up in the middle, find the peak, blah, 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 right? There is this other half of the coin where it's all solid work, where I am kind of maintaining weight instead of trying to lose and cut weight. So, I mean, is it all bad for me? No, it's hard to say, right? It's hard to say what's going to happen, how it's going to be, but I feel really good. My weight has been on point, and I've been maintaining weight now for a few weeks. So it's just been more of a game for myself to be just like mentally prepared. I was physically prepared 2 weeks ago, and now it's just like keeping the gas tank at, making small tweaks. I mean, potentially giving me an extra 5 weeks to train my body and pick you apart is, it's good for me.
Well, let's talk about the matchup, my man. Your last time at Donnybrook, I think your opponent was on the same card. Is that correct? Keegan, was he on the same card as you as the last Donnybrook? Correct?
Yep, he fought the fight before me, and then was very quick to grab the microphone and start yelling and screaming about he's the number one contender and he wants a shot at this title, and he's gonna fight whoever's winning this belt, and whatever the case is. So before we even left the cage with the belt on my shoulder, they're going, "Hey, you gonna take this fight with Keegan? You know me, buddy. I'll fight him right now. Hang this belt up. Let's do it."
Well,
Dust him off.
do you know anything about Keegan? I mean, mostly an MMA guy. I think he does teach or he holds classes in Muay Thai at his gym. Trains a lot of fighters, helps them with pads and stuff. What do you know about him? Is there anything that stands out about him that you're getting ready for? Like,
I know enough about him. I certainly am no stranger to what's coming through the grapevine. I get a lot of random messages about watching me fight, people being excited to see things happen about the matchup. So again, through the grapevine, I know a lot of people that fought him. I know a lot of kind of like ins and outs. I know people that were training with him very recently that are just like, it comes back to me. I'm pretty well known in the community. I feel like I'm pretty friendly, and I got a lot of fans. People that come through FAF are very welcomed, and Shaun's very well known in the community as well. So there's a lot of like friendly stuff happening when we all cross train at FAF too. So just having that kind of like community, being in this area, he comes to here to fight a lot. So he fights a lot of cats from around here, and so I hear enough. But I've said it before, I'll say it about this fight. I concentrate on myself. I concentrate on sharpening my tools and getting my game on point. And usually I never look at a picture of the other guy. I unfollow them from social media, or ignore friend requests, or ignore videos, ignore promotional stuff. It's just stuff that clouds my brain, that is unnecessary to me. My goal is to go out there and do my job, perform, and make this guy have to fight me at my best, right? So whatever he's doing, I'll make adjustments. Whatever the next cat's doing, I'll make adjustments in live time while it's happening.
Did you catch his fight before yours, or you just heard him on the mic?
No. He was on the mic while we were on the stage behind the curtains, so we're kind of like pacing backstage, ready to hit the music and do the walking out thing, and he's on the horn, pumping his lungs.
Well, my friend, you get to defend that title in 10 days. I think he had a finish, a knockout, a spinning back fist. I think he might have won. So that's going to be an interesting thing as far as you guys throwing out, some tricks in there. It should be fun. I've watched him in the past in MMA and in some smokers and stuff like that. He likes to try to get into a fighter's head a little bit. So I'm going to expect some chatter in that ring, or the cage. I believe it's in the cage at Donnybrook. So, man, a great fight. Small gloves, man. You can't lose when you have small gloves and you're watching two guys striking, and there's no taking down. It's just balls to the wall.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Anytime I get to fight, obviously I'm getting revved up, but the small glove thing definitely gets me a little bit more gassed up. And the title defense thing, it's my first title defense, so that's definitely got a little bit of extra excitement for me too.
Excellent. Well, I would imagine you are the only fighter out of your camp, out of your gym, that is on this card. Is it solo for you there, Shaun?
Yeah, Kirk Benoit, he's usually seen in my corner. He's a solid training partner over at FAF, but he and his girlfriend just moved out to Colorado recently. He was supposed to be on the card with me, training with me blah, blah, blah. When the thing got pushed back, he had to go. So this was supposed to be kind of like his last hurrah around the area. But, we got high hopes that this dude's finding a gym out there, knows I'm talking way to him because I told him before he left. That's it. We want to be out in Colorado soon, spreading the love.
Excellent, man. Yeah, spread that knowledge, my man. Before we get into, you got a seminar coming up. Cage Titans, your name was mentioned there. You're looking for, get some small glove action in their cage. But dude, you spoke about the 5 weeks that you had extra to get ready for this. You went to a couple of seminars or so yourself, correct? And I think you've had a couple of your kids fighting out of state. So you've been busy, not only, getting ready for your own title defense, but sharpening your crafts, going to seminars, and helping your kids get ring and cage time also, right?
Yeah. So the seminar thing happened down in New Jersey. Again, all these things were kind of flying by the seat of my pants once this fight got pushed back, right? Like, I was supposed to be gone the week before, so to take 2 weekends off in a row and get coverage and a lot of running around. So I said, just flipped it, went down a weekend and said, hey, not fighting in Vermont. I'm going to go to New Jersey instead, do the seminar. So it was easy to kind of shuffle things around a little bit last minute. Again, stuff that kind of worked out in my favor, where I got to train with a couple of cats from Thailand. Some of my guys were already going down there, so we got to hitch a ride and, make it a little bit of like a family thing. So, a couple of the teammates hopped in the car, a little road trip, you know, snacks, Muay Thai, chatting it up. So it was a good time.
Snacks,
Yeah,
snacks.
and we just try to we try to keep everybody busy, around here. So there's local fights, there's smokers going on, all the way up to Mike's getting ready for a WBC amateur title in New York, and Nico's getting ready for Cage Titans. Anthony's getting ready to defend another belt over at Wishers in the 25th. Um, Aaliyah's staying busy. She's getting offers that we're going to be kind of keeping under the rug right now, but pretty soon we'll be letting the cat out of the bag on what's going on. That's going to be a couple months away, but everybody's staying busy, and it's nice to stay busy, but having stuff to look forward to kind of keeps your discipline and keeps you hungry to be working hard.
Excellent, my man. Well, before we get to the seminar that you're hosting yourself, let's talk. You mentioned Cage Titans, Nico. Let's talk about Cage Titans, man, and these guys or ladies that are getting ready for this Muay Thai day night doubleheader that Cage Titans put on. They're searching for a fight for you. Mike's pretty good at matching things. So what's going on? What's your mind here, man? Cage Titans. I mean, you had a great bout there. Muay Thai put on a show. What's your thoughts getting back in that cage and your kids get back in the Cage Titans cage?
Yeah, I love Cage Titans. I love Mike. We go way back. I went to high school with Mike's little sister. I know Mike from when he first started doing Cage Titans, and he was still training at South Shore Sports Fighting, doing his thing. I fought on the third Cage Titans, and then just it's been a part of my career. It's been a part of my gym's growth. It's been a part of um, a little bit of like a shared interest where Mike's trying to grow the sport. We're trying to grow recognition in the area, and he's putting it on Cage Titans cards and being generous enough to bring me in to kind of like spotlight that part of what I'm doing in the area too. So it's pretty nice to have that relationship. Like I said, I go way back. Love Cage Titans and what Mike's doing. I really have my fingers crossed that he can find me a fight for somebody around here because, again, I have a long standing with him. I know he's wants this to happen as much as I do. It's really just about finding somebody that's either going to be around here to step in there, or somebody that might have to get brought into the area that is willing to do it. We've put out the word that we're willing to fight anybody in a 10-pound weight class. So I'm fighting preferably from 47 to 50, but I'll fight anybody from 45 to 55. MMA guys, Muay Thai
Yeah.
guys. I mean, we're looking to throw the small gloves on and fight Muay Thai rules, and kind of again bring awareness, bring excitement to the sport, bring excitement to the area, and pr- prop up the whole thing at Cage Titans. Like they're the guys that have been in this area supporting me, and I want to be the face that kind of gets this wave going for them too.
Excellent. Well, you mentioned Nico. Does he? I know you can't spill the beans, but does he have an opponent yet, or are these just names that Mike's looking for matchups for?
We are matched up to fight Will Asia.
Oh,
That is
really?
confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
matchup, man.
So that's gonna be really exciting. I'm not sure if they put that on the I think they put that on the day card. I'm not sure the doubleheader thing. But it's definitely gonna be an exciting fight.
Excellent. Will, have you, has he crossed paths in some of the gyms that you've been with? What do you know about him? Very flashy fighter. And Nico is too. So this is going to be a really dynamic and
Yeah, it should be an
a
it
fun
should be
fight.
an exciting fight. Yeah, for sure. I do know Will from again just being in the circuit, being in the area. I know some of the gyms that he trains at. I've watched him fight several times. Um, so we're doing our thing over here though. We we got a general idea of what's going to be going down, but we're gonna again make him try to fight our fight, and I'm gonna make Nico the best fighter he can be. I'm gonna make the best version of Nico, and then make Will Asia have to deal with Nico.
Excellent, my man. Well, a lot going on with you, bro, as far as, title defense on the 18th. Then exactly a month, we got Cage Titans with a day-night doubleheader that you could be, in there
Fingers
again
crossed,
with
buddy.
with them small
Fingers
gloves.
crossed we could
So,
be on there.
well, my man, let's kind of leave off, and I'll pick your brain about what's going on as far as Lion Fight. A little bit about them, no boundary, because you're associated with them. You have fighters on there here and there, but you got a seminar of your own coming up, my man. Let's talk about it. It's not at your gym. Another gym is hosting it. So let's talk about how you put it together and your expectations and what you're looking to, share from your past in the seminar.
Yes. So the seminar thing is going to be at Darkside Jiu Jitsu this Saturday. The the seminars are definitely a different platform to teaching, right? It's definitely a longer time. You're going to get a little bit more intimate because you're going to other guys' gyms. But what I'm really looking to do is kind of start growing for myself. I have done a lot of work with Shaun, Tom Sodas, a lot of different martial arts uh, instructors and coaches in the area, working with them, working underneath them, getting trained by them, sharing stuff and cross training. So I'm really trying to like wrap this whole gig up into streamlining this method where I am able to get into other gyms that have a program that is either working or they're trying to get it off the ground, and introduce this method that I use to train myself, that I use to train other folks. It's the method that the Amok knife fighters use to train themselves, that Tom uses. So this whole pulling together of training methodologies and some of the psychology part of it, working in the pre-fight, during the fight, post-fight, all this kind of stuff. Where does it all go, right? So my job has been to package it all up and put it in this type of organized process where you say, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff happening pre-fight. There's a lot of stuff happening during the fight. There's a lot of stuff happening after the fight, getting ready for the next fight, right? So while you're fighting, instead of being driven by what moves you're going to fight with, we start fighting with intentions and bringing in the bigger chunks and building in context so that people that are newer can develop more naturally and more rapidly start integrating the skill to be what's commonly known as muscle memory. The method we're using is helping people develop myelin, which is basically a fast track casing over the neural pathways. So your nervous system is like firing whenever you're thinking about stuff, whenever your eyes are telling you to trigger, it's just working. It's already saved in the memory banks.
Damn,
So
man.
my seminars are going to be based around tactical approaches, breaking down the difference between strategies and tactics, and how those individual techniques start filling themselves in with your natural abilities.
Now, Shaun, is this going to be your first like kind of major seminar? I know you've done other kind of classes like this in the past. I don't know how big they've been, but is this something that you're going to be looking to do regularly? You know, I know you're fighting, and you could be fighting twice in the next month, but is this something that you're looking to do more of with these seminars?
Yeah, this is definitely something I'm looking to do more of. The methodology has been something that has powered my school and the growth and the rapid skill of some of the guys that train with that method that are really dug in around here. But this is my first kind of unaffiliated gym visit, right? Where I used to train under Tim Gillette. I train at Sean Graham's, right? So these guys are kind of like my teachers, right? So this is the first time that I'm going to another peer's gym that he's bringing me in to say, hey, we have a lot of respect for what you're doing. We have respect for you as a fighter. We have respect for your knowledge. And we have this Muay Thai program at a jiu-jitsu gym that we're trying to grow. And we have coaches that are interested in learning your perspective and your methods and your approaches. And we like to bring you in for this seminar. And I've been putting the word out to other guys that I know that, again, are more on the peer level instead of guys that are my mentors, and they're allowing me to kind of play seminar at my own team gym, so this is the kind of first like out of the yard, big off the leash like kind of thing that I'm doing. And I am really trying to pick up speed and introduce this method because it's right now about product education, where I am trying to re-educate on a method instead of saying I know these techniques, or I know these new moves, or I know this new way of grabbing a leg or throwing a punch, or this new trick to fake this thing or whatever. The fact of the matter is that these moves have been around for hundreds of thousands of years. Guys have been fighting for the beginning of time. I'm not going to say anything that somebody down the road doesn't know about roundhouse kicks. I'm not going to say anything that somebody else doesn't know about clinching, or that you can't find on YouTube if you want to watch a video, right? But this method of training, the method of introducing your willpower and keeping your intention and staying on task and recovering those things from moment to moment to moment, and how to integrate that skill into you as fast as possible, that's the new part. So anybody that is a world champion that could beat me up, that could throw me around like a rag doll, that's fucking awesome. I want those guys to be coming to me and saying, "Hey, I can throw you around like a rag doll. What can you show me that I don't know?" And it's this method. It's this method of controlling your brain to build the skill in, so that you're doing more than just remembering the moves when you think about them, that your body is doing the moves because you have the intention to just be fighting and playing the game, and you're just going at it, right? And when I say going at it, I mean your body and your brain are just in synergy, working, right? It has nothing to do with how much pressure, how you guys are slamming around. That's why you can play this kind of thing in sparring, and you can experiment with it, and start testing the waters out with it, and pressure testing different techniques.
Excellent. Well, a couple more questions about, the seminars and what you're doing here, this new kind of lane that you're, evolving in. Speaking with coaches that, training their own fighters and, doing some seminars on our own, does this help you with your own fighting, training other fighters, helping them? Does this slow down like techniques for you? Teaching them to someone else, and the same thing with the seminar. Does this help you at all with your fighting game when you're giving your experience and your knowledge to these people?
In my opinion, and I know it's the opinion of plenty of other coaches, that you are really truly knowledgeable if you can teach something well. So for me to be able to teach well just kind of reinforces the fact that I can do this stuff well. So going out and sparring hard and fighting with top level people is part of it. But the more you go and the closer camps are, and the more you get to fight time, and the more you do this stuff, you see that it's a very small part of it. And that working with the 80% of the average people that are just coming to the gym just to train, they got a lot of dedication. They got a lot of time on the mats, and wherever they lie as far as competition goes, or whether they're amateurs or pros, they have tons of stuff to give you, just being a body, just being a free thinking, moving person. And when you put the method into play, when I'm able to teach people and able to run the floor for a little bit, it's irrelevant of the skill level that you're at, because you're a free thinking, free moving body, that now I still have to do all the things that I would normally do, whether you are a world champion or you've been training for 5 weeks at the gym. And if you can kick and punch for 3 minutes at a time, like I gotta still deal with that. So that in itself is a good thing to have, right? And then to be using this method where you're playing the game so much and pulling from that, and using people's natural abilities to start curbing and kind of smoothing out rough edges, you're bringing people along at a fast, rapid rate. That again, it's showing me how to speak in these details and look at the little tiny intricate pieces when it needs to slow down, when I need to tell people about some of the more detailed parts.
Excellent, my man. Well, I'm going to show the poster one more time of the seminar. Do you want to give some information that might not be on the seminar to people that are watching? I'm sure. I don't know if it's sold out. I don't know if there's still room available. You want to throw any of that out there, and then we'll move on for a couple more questions, and I'll let you get the hell out of here, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. The seminar is going to be this Saturday. That's February 11th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. and it's going to run till approximately 1 p.m. Then we're going to do some Q&A, have a little bit of lunch, sit around, hang out if anybody's got time to kind of chill after. It's going to be at Darkside Jiu-Jitsu. That's in Plainville. I want to say the address is 1 George Street.
Yes,
Something like that.
yes, it's on the
Yep,
poster.
yep.
One George
Yep,
Street, Unit
it sure
2B.
is on the poster.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Darkside Jiu-Jitsu. You can put it right in your GPS and it will come up there on Google on your maps. Anyways, it's $60 if you sign up now. Register today. You can hit me on Venmo. You can send me a message. Hey, I want to sign up. You can hit up the owner of Darkside Jiu-Jitsu. That's Shane Brady. You can tell him you're going. Figure out the whole thing. If you are hesitating and you're going to walk in day of, it's going to be $75 to kind of wait on pulling the trigger. But there's for sure room. The more the merrier. I think that's probably all the stuff that's missing on there.
Excellent, my man. Well, congratulations on the success in not only in your fighting life, in your personal life, the gym life, home life, all that good stuff, man. It all creates what we see here today, bro. And you're doing great things out there. You're a huge name in New England and beyond as far as the Muay Thai and the fighting community and what you do for the kids and just getting that work, man. You're an inspiration, Shaun, and you're a good friend of mine, man. We've known each other.
A lot of people are unfamiliar that we go back pretty far, Steve. You've been backing me for a long time. You saw a lot of my first fights as an amateur, and you have definitely been rooting for me and supporting me and become a good friend over the last probably like 10 years probably now.
Excellent, my man. Yeah, you got me hooked up with Tom Sotis, who's watching right now. Sean Graham, a great crew, great, dudes that, helped you and brought you up, in this fighting community, man. So, it shows you guys are all class acts and you're all doing your own thing. I mean, Tom's on the road. He's doing seminars all around. And same thing with Shaun getting his own people ready for fights and you as well, man. So, last thing I want to say here is about the Donnybrook fight, man. Anything you want to say last minute about that? I know it was moved up, but, what are you expecting as far as your crowd? And is there, I would imagine there's still tickets for sale or is it sold out? You want to mention anything about that?
Yeah, man, grab your tickets. It's going to be a party. I know a lot of guys had tables and had tickets already. From what I understand, Donnybrook's been pretty good about reserving the tickets. Hopefully, if there's any problems with people that unfortunately can't make it, they've been good about getting their money back. But the train's rolling to Barry, Vermont in 10 days. I got a solid crew going up there. Some people made rearrangements and double booked and triple booked, and we're bringing the ruckus up there. So I hope they light the fires. I know it's been cold up there, so warm it up. We're coming to party in Barry, Vermont.
Excellent. And if you can't make it to the show, they do have a pay-per-view stream that.
They do have a stream, yeah.
Yep.
Sure. You can grab that link right off of the Donnybrook website too.
And do they put your last name in? They put your last name in. They put your last name in. Do you get credit? Is that does that go that way if they put your last name?
No, I don't have any of that stuff.
All right. We gotta
they just take care of the purses.
Excellent.
Good.
All right, good.
They give me a good deal.
Yeah, Rex is a good dude, man. It's a promotion, newer promotion, and he's doing great things with small gloves Muay Thai. He's given fighters that might not get work in the area work. So kudos to him for keeping for keeping it together. I mean, I know it's, he must have been devastated when the card had to be postponed. But the show goes on, man. In 10 days, Shubert goes to work defending that title. My man.
Buddy, ready to work.
Last thing, anything you want to leave off with, Shaun? Anything you want to say before I let you go? Last thing I want to say to you, though, but you are my first guest streaming on Restream, where we streamed on like 4 or 5 platforms. We streamed on Twitch. I had to make a Twitch account. I don't even know how to get on the account. I know we're streaming live on that, but we also streamed. We also streamed on TikTok because I've become a TikTok star in the last 3 weeks. And we got like 700 likes on our video tonight. And so a lot of stuff's going on, not only for you, Shaun, but for the Room podcast also.
No, it's awesome. I say it every time I come down there, I'm blown away. You got new gadgets, new lights, new cameras, new microphones. Your love for getting with the fighters, for exploding the local scene, for doing the work, and for doing it well is greatly appreciated. And I'm really happy for you that you're doing well, because I know how much you love it. And I do remember when you were coming to my gym with like an extra cell phone, and we're like putting wires in the wall and working on a one tripod, and somebody else is holding the phone in the corner, so you're doing some cool stuff over there too. So,
awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. It's been a great journey for both of us, and we're gonna keep going and supporting each other for years to come, man. So, with that said, Shaun, any social media, anything you want to throw out there as far as that with the gym? I know you're always looking for new fighters.
I'm looking for new follows all the time, Steve. Follow me on Instagram at Shaun Red Seal Muay Thai. Steve's favorite. You gotta put the underscores under every word. He hates writing that one out every time I come on the podcast. You can find me on Facebook, Shaun Shubert. Red Seals, the business page. You can follow them both up. There's always good content. I like to stay busy on social media and give everybody a little taste of what's happening currently in the gym. So get on there, give me a like, give me a follow, and always shout out to you, shout out to the guys at my gym, shout out to the guys at FAF, and big love to my family, my mom, brother, sister, my son, and my fiance at home. That's it, man.
Awesome, my man. Well, great chat with you, Shaun. It's always a pleasure. It's always a good chat. I like you on the other side of the table more, you know what I mean? But we'll do that when you're getting ready for that next Muay Thai fight at Cage Titans. I'll have you and Mike.
Yeah, hopefully we got some beans to spill in a couple of weeks. Mike Colbert will be coming through, even if he's going to buy somebody a plane to get to fight me.
Excellent. Yeah, well, you're going to sell a ton of tickets. He'll get his money back, that's for sure. So,
that's right.
With that said, Shaun, thank you so much.
We'll be rocking.
Awesome. Last thing I want to say is I'm going to have 2 fight companions this weekend, Friday and Saturday night. I'm doing the Combat FC fight companion. And then Saturday, I'm doing NEF 51 fight companion. So, Shaun, if you don't make it to the show,
Steven, I will see you at Combat FC on Friday night, because on the low, I've been doing some work with my man Jake the Gorilla Pillar. He's been doing some stuff over at FAF. Him and I have been getting down on a little bit of sparring, a little bit of drilling. So it was a kind of like last minute coming together at the end of this camp. He's got a fight coming up, pretty quick, being on Friday. But, I'm coming down there to support him. He's going to be blasting this fool up on the ground. That's for sure going to be happening. But we've been doing some cool little tricks for his stand-up and working in that MMA aspect of it. So it's been fun hanging out with him, and I'm excited to go down there and watch some fights anyway. So
excellent.
I'll catch you over there.
All right, my man. Awesome, bro. Well, my man, I'm going to let you get out of here. Like I said, it's been a great fucking pleasure talking to you, my tonight, my man. And I'll see you in 10 days in that Donnybrook. I'll probably do a fight companion here for that fight.
You'll see me on Friday night, buddy.
Wait, I'm not going to be there. I'm doing a fight companion from here.
It's from there?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be there doing
Nah,
it.
we're gonna do it. But
I'll be there. I'll call into your podcast.
Yes, you can call in and tell me what's going on, the action and shit there.
I'll give you the behind the scenes, what's
Fuck,
happening
that-
in the bathroom line.
There you go, man. Just go live with your phone. We're right there, my man. All right, Shaun.
buddy, sounds
I'll
good.
talk to you later, man. You have a great night, and we'll see you, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Later. So, people, Shaun Shubert, class act, one of my best friends in the fight game. As Shaun mentioned, we've known each other a long time since he was doing smokers at the Wishes gym and good stuff from Shaun. So great podcast tonight. Like I said, we went live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and where else? Twitch. So follow us everywhere at The Room Podcast. I think it's the same way everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, and also my TikTok. Follow me at TikTok on Ambassador of the Fights. Like I said, we got like 700 likes tonight going live on my TikTok. I am going to be going live from now on my TikTok whenever I do a fight companion or an interview or a live podcast on Wednesday night. So very excited. So last thing I want to throw up here is the fight companion that we're having this Friday and Saturday night. I believe we're going to be starting them at 7 o'clock. We're not going to catch every undercard fight because it's a long night. It's like 4 hours. But you never know. I might change my mind tomorrow. But I know Combat FC. People, Combat FC is on UFC Fight Pass. But they announced today or yesterday that the undercard will be streamed live on Combat FC's YouTube channel. I think that's correct. I know it's going to be streamed live on YouTube, so you're not going to miss the prelims and the amateurs that are putting it on the line Friday night at Combat FC. So good for them. And then Saturday night, I'm losing my voice. Saturday night, it's Net 51. And we're going to be doing another fight companion here. So Saturday, I'm going to have Aaron Hughes in-house with his training partner, Ryan Lavoie, and unless something changed. And then Friday, I should have definitely have Tommy Shayhood, and I should have Shane Dillahay in here as well, and a couple of friends sitting on the outskirts, just watching the fights on the big screen here. So tune in Friday and Saturday for our live fight companions if you're not going to the show and if you're not buying the stream. But if you're buying the stream, tune in also because we're going to have fun. We're going to be, talking about the fighters. And we might be saying some stuff about the fighters that the commentators don't know about these fighters. I know Michelle Waterson is going to be one of the commentators for Combat FC. And, man, no one's going to stop listening to her. So, but you never know. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in tonight for my first podcast being restreamed on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So follow me everywhere. Please do, because I'm going to be around for a while. So with that said, thank you, Shaun Shubert. Thank you, folks out there, for tuning in. We are out of here.